Come and guest on our show.
Come and guest on our show.
A mic is waiting for you.
A mic is waiting for you.
Where the topics are all over the place and there's no fondue. Can you tell stupid jokes?
Can you tell stupid jokes?
Are you funny at all?
Are you funny at all?
Got a studio space that needs some taste. Now I want fondue. You know we might have you back again. Promise to listen to you. Can you bring some fondue?
Can you bring some fondue?
And the skewers too. Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinkin.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we have a new show.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that today.
Now, we've talked about time on the show before, right?
We have, yeah.
This is going to be a different concept of time.
Okay.
We ain't got time for that. We're going to make time for it.
I wish I had some time about some of these.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, the after show, we're going to cover a little more into a different concept of time.
Okay.
And for those viewers that are watching us, if you see us stop for a moment and look over this way, we actually have the news on.
Yeah.
That's muted, but we're watching severe weather, so we want to be safe as well.
Yes.
So, but it ain't going to stop us from recording.
It's not.
All right. So, where are we going with this?
Well, I guess, like where everybody starts in life, as a kid.
Okay. God, it would be nice to go. Time when you were a kid sucked, but now that you're an adult, you're like, I wish I could go back to that.
Most definitely. I miss school and nap time. I'm like...
Was that in kindergarten?
Yeah. Of course, now I kind of take work and I take naps while I'm at work now, too.
Don't say that.
Well, no, I usually tell my boss, hey, I need an hour.
Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah.
She's like, okay.
Now, here's an interesting concept.
Okay.
Nap time in Japan is huge.
Oh, yeah. They
huge.
That's part of their daily routine.
Yeah, yeah.
What the heck?
But when you're a kid, you fought nap time.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to go back and slap those kids going, you're going to enjoy this later.
Yeah.
I don't slap kids, but metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
The amount when you're a kid is...
I miss recess time too. While we were thinking about it, nap time, free time, playtime, recess.
Yeah.
I miss all that.
Well, there's a lot to do there. I mean...
It's working.
No joke. I would say you had a lot more free time when you were a kid than you do by far any other time in your life.
Oh yeah, I mean, most definitely. So
because you're born and you have no concept of time.
Right.
I would say most kindergartners have an understanding of an overview of they don't understand how time works. They just know there's
daytime and nighttime.
Nap time.
Yeah.
Playtime.
5
more minutes. Remember that? No, 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes and you're going to bed.
Right. Playtime is just their free time.
Oh, yeah. I miss that.
And as long as you didn't piss your parents off,
yeah,
you could get extra time there.
You could, yeah, if you knew how to play it right.
Now, they also have summertime break and wintertime break, too.
Yeah.
Those are nice, too.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this may be a Mandela effect.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. What's that?
I swear the spring break was 2 weeks.
I think at one point it used to be I don't think when I was a kid we never had 2 weeks. We always had a week. But every I mean, I think all over the country is done a little differently.
I don't know. I would like to hear from people. Did you guys do any of our people my age remember 2 weeks on spring break or any time? Was it 2 weeks or was it always one? Because I've looked up for like how long spring break is, and it's always spring break is a week.
Yeah.
How the hell are these people like traveling to Florida to spend like, I thought it was 2 weeks that you're out there on the beach.
No.
I swear,
Well, you people in California did it differently. So.
Well, we were also sunbaked all the time,
Yeah.
so I mean that changes. But I remember 2 weeks, but everything I've looked back at only shows a week. So
Yeah.
I think I'm suffering from Mandela effect.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Nope, I don't remember. But summer breaks and winter breaks, those always change too.
Yeah.
So, and that's weird because even here, summer break starts for some schools earlier or later than others.
Yeah.
And then some schools go back sooner than others.
Yeah, and
It's weird.
It just depends on the district.
It should be standardized. I mean, why not just standardize it? All
Like-
kids go back to school in the state.
Like statewide?
Statewide or even nationwide. I mean, why is there such a big difference?
I think it's just a matter of like different school districts. I mean,
Well, I know, get their shit together is what I'm saying.
well, I know, but then they should just have one big district, which
No, they don't have to have one big district. They could spread that out a little bit, but I mean, because like we have to worry about, I guess, coordinating graduations. I guess
Yeah.
that's the only good thing about it.
Yeah.
Is when a kid graduates, pray that they're not graduating the same time your kid does. So you go see,
yeah,
I don't know, go the graduation parade. I don't know what the hell it is.
graduation parade.
Well, yeah, you have like, if you're a grandparent, you have like 15 grandkids, and you have to go to everybody's.
Try graduation ceremonies, not parades.
When you're going from one location to another, it turns into a parade, and your
Okay.
grandparents are the floats.
Okay.
Now, bedtime.
Oh, yeah, we all hate that.
Kids hate bedtime.
I love bedtime nowadays. I mean, shoot.
That's an adult. Remember, as a kid, how often did you fight bedtime?
I think when I was younger, I may have, but
We're talking about kids now.
like elementary school.
That's a kid, yes.
Okay. I would say probably. I mean, I don't think I fought it that much.
I bet
mean,
you
I
did.
may have when I was a baby, but not when I was.
Your baby, you don't understand.
Yeah. I don't think I really fought it that much as a
Okay.
kid. So.
Well, moving into the teenage years. Did you fight a bedtime more for the teenage years?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I would say the older you get, the worse you like, because you want to go hang out with friends. And
Yeah.
I remember my alarm clock. We didn't have phones.
Yeah.
We knew to go into home when the lights turned
Yep.
on.
When the sun went down and those street lights turned on, you went home.
Yep. And you pray to God you lived on a hill,
Yeah.
so you get a little more.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That was crazy. Yeah.
Now, teenagers is a good transition because they have their school, and that's actually where they start to begin work time too.
Yeah.
So, what is it? 15 in their state? 15, I believe.
15. Yeah, you can start getting a job here. It's some places. I mean, I think there's some fast food restaurants that even hire at like 14.
Wow.
I mean, they're very, very rare. I've only heard of maybe a couple that do that, but
Okay. I could see that. Now,
I think 14's like maybe a little too young for that. But
yeah, but they
I
can
mean,
only
it's-
work so many hours.
yeah, it's like right at that cusp. So
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's now they still have their summertime, so they're still you still get that break from school.
yeah,
I wish work would do that.
I know. Me too.
Oh, I worked on summer break. See you guys in a month or two.
I like my winter break at my new job.
Well, yeah. I mean, some places actually have a winter break because they're all, hey, yeah, we're closing down,
Yeah.
and generally for a week or so.
Yeah. Ours is actually like, it was really weird because it was like the week of Christmas, the week between Christmas and New Year's, and then like the week of New Year's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you actually got a Christmas break for work?
She had to work it still.
I had to work it, but I got paid for it.
Right.
I got paid very handsomely for it, may I add.
Yep. But when you're a teenager, you still have that summertime, that spring break,
Yeah.
The winter breaks. You get built-in breaks that
Right.
you get to do.
I do miss those because you knew when it was. You
know.
could always plan accordingly, and yeah.
Well, and this is where you start running out of time. So this is where, because school and work, now you're doing two different things.
Right, but if you only work like 4 hours a day, then you have the rest of the day to.
But then you're still trying to get time to go with your friends,
Yeah.
hang out with a boyfriend or girlfriend. That
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your time from a kid, because your parents generally take you everywhere, to
Right.
go into a teenager, everything ramps up for you.
Yeah.
And then the wall hits.
Yeah.
Adulthood.
Adulthood,
Welcome to adulthood.
which sucks, by the way.
Yep. So now you're working 40 hours a week.
Yep.
If you're lucky, you got a job where you have the same days off every week.
Yeah.
Hopefully a weekend,
Or the same time every day.
right? And then you spend whatever time not at work trying to recover for work. And then any other time trying to hang out with friends
Yeah.
or family or whatever you
Friends or
do.
Family, yeah. Or
And
try
then,
to have a little fun.
right. And then you pray for those 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
Those holiday weekends that are great.
Yeah. Yeah. Even with the upcoming holiday, we didn't get like a 4-day weekend.
You're
I'm like,
kidding me.
what the heck?
That is
But again, I'm
ridiculous.
working it, or I'm working like half of it.
Oh, yeah. You're taking 3 days off.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still getting a 3-day weekend, but I'm getting paid for a 4-day weekend.
See, that's where it is. So, and what people don't understand is work becomes life.
Oh yeah,
That time you spend at work, it's
it's time you'll never get back.
and what people don't understand is it's like if you work an 8-hour day. Mm-hmm. I hear the rain now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
We got a little bit of a.
Probably got a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
So-
Sorry if you hear a little bit of rain. But that's the nature of our area.
Yes, it is.
I want to say it's like 8 hours of work, and then by the time, like, if you get up, like, let's say you have to be work at 7:00,
Yeah.
you're up by like 6.
Or in your case, like 6:50,
Well, that's
6:55.
when you work at home. That's a different story. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking if you have to go to work.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking go to work. We
Yeah.
work from home.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that. Going to work.
Going to work. Okay.
What time do you have to get up?
At least an hour beforehand.
Yep.
An hour and a
then-
half, depending on how long it takes me to go to
Right.
work.
Right. So now that 8-hour a day with that prep time, you add an hour. Mm-hmm. Okay. Half hour for lunch or an hour for lunch.
Right.
And then the commute home,
Yeah.
which is another 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, sometimes depends.
Yeah.
Depending on how close you live.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that 8-hour turns to 9-10 hours
Mm-hmm.
that you're gone away from home.
I know people like back when I worked in the office, like we had a couple people that lived in Lincoln and like would commute out to Omaha, and I'd be
That's like an hour drive, 45 minutes, right?
45 minutes to an hour, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Yeah, if you catch traffic on the way out,
Yeah, you're screwed. That's like,
if you live in, there's some places in California. Mm-hmm. I remember people were commuting from, up to LA or something like
yeah.
that, and they said, my travel time to work's 3 hours. What are you doing? 8 hours plus 3 hours each way.
to me, That would not be worth it.
That's 14 hours you're away from your home.
That would not be worth it.
Out of 20, you have 10 hours left.
I worked at one company that they had people that lived in Lincoln and worked up in Omaha, and they like charter bus them up here.
Is that faster, or I guess they don't have? You can sleep on the bus.
Yeah. So they knew what time they knew what time they got to the office in the morning, and they all had to be back on the bus by a certain time. Like
Really?
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I don't hate that at all.
You could always tell, like, when everybody got there, because you're like, like 20 people walking past at the same time. I was like, okay, bus is here.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. It was pretty cool, though. I mean, that was, I guess, like, I mean, when companies do that kind of thing, that's kind of cool, so.
Well, yeah, because then the amount that you save on gas is, like, through the roof.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean...
I hope we didn't get too off topic.
No, because that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That time spent driving...
That sucks.
I think the drive...
Well, I don't know.
The drive time to work... If you don't like where you work, that drive time to work is hell.
Yeah.
That drive time home is leave that shit there. Leave that shit there.
I don't know. To me, as long as I'm not in like stop and go traffic, as long as I'm able to keep moving, I'm like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. It's so much time, and you don't get paid for that travel time.
Right, yeah.
You're just screwed.
You're screwed.
You're done. So the optimal is get as close as possible.
Yep.
Like me. Roll out of bed.
Walk down the stairs.
Walk down the stairs. I'm at work.
Yeah.
You know, my commute is...
Mine's shorter than you because I just got to go across the hallway.
That's true, but... I could literally throw on some shirts, throw on some clothes, and be down at my desk. I could get out of my bed at 6:58.
Yeah.
And be at my desk turning it on at 7.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
It is. It's kind of nice.
So, I don't know, the time changes.
It does.
And you just feel like as you grow, it just, that time puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
I think that pressure kind of pushes you down, and because you're like, well, when am I going to get time to do this? When can I have to? And this is where procrastination starts too.
Yeah.
Because you just start pushing shit off.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
I'm the queen of that.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
We're horrible with that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are. It's because they don't feel like they have enough time.
Right.
They always feel like they're up against that time.
Oh, yeah.
So, kind of crazy, but I think the key is work from home.
Yeah. If
Less
you can, do it. For sure.
Here's my problem with this, too.
Okay.
I don't like working from home because then I never get to leave the office.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Because I want to clear... Sometimes part of me wants to clear separation.
Right.
I do. I don't know if that commute time is enough to prepare you for work mode and de-prepare you.
Oh, yeah.
Unprepare you.
Yeah.
I said de-prepare. I don't know what the heck I was saying.
You're making up new words
I
here.
am. I mean, like the unwind. After you get off of work, you unwind.
Right.
When you work from home, it's not, you don't have that built-in time frame to do that.
Exactly.
I think that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Good show?
Good show.
You like all the...
I do.
Where you stand on time?
We need more of it.
So, 26-hour days? No, because then they're going to raise the work time.
Yeah.
This is why we keep telling Mikey, enjoy it before you lose it. Because you slowly lose all the free time you have.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Good show. I think we're going to look and see where the weather is before we go into the after show. But the after show is we're gonna cover a lot more and a little more concept of time rather than just being screwed from time. So,
Sounds good.
all right, you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, bye everybody.
Come and guest on our show.
Come and guest on our show.
A mic is waiting for you.
A mic is waiting for you.
Where the topics are all over the place and there's no fondue. Can you tell stupid jokes?
Can you tell stupid jokes?
Are you funny at all?
Are you funny at all?
Got a studio space that needs some taste. Now I want fondue. You know we might have you back again. Promise to listen to you. Can you bring some fondue?
Can you bring some fondue?
And the skewers too. This concludes our broadcasting day.